waiting for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Welcome back to the This Side of Heaven podcast. I am your host, Paris.
And my name is Caulin. Welcome back.
And we are officially the Grants.
We are officially the Grants. Well, yeah, you jumped right into that.
I know.
Yeah, you jumped right into it. I was just going to say, like, hello again after, 8 weeks?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
long time.
We were on quite the tear there.
We were
for
on
a
the
little
hiatus.
bit. Well, we were on a tear with episodes every week, and then we stopped.
I know.
Well, we had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
We had life going on. We had, I mean, we told you in episodes leading up to our wedding that we were getting married. So that happened. We got married. Welcome to the official Mrs. Grant. Nice ring. Wedding band. Yeah, so we got married on June 1st. I don't think we've uploaded since end of May, probably. Or, yeah, like mid-May.
Even
May,
maybe before
June,
that.
July.
I think
it's been
the
2
last
months.
time we filmed, I think, was before the Bachelor and Bachelorette trip. And then after that,
Oh,
life got
Yeah,
too
it was a
busy
while
trying to
ago.
plan. We were planning our honeymoon, planning our wedding. We moved.
Moved, yeah.
So we've had a
We had
lot of
lots-
exciting things
A lot of
going
stuff
on.
going on. Yeah, we had a really, really busy summer. Had wedding. We had honeymoon. Moved, obviously. So welcome to the
Third space.
brand new TSoH recording studio. I spent the last 3 days, kind of putting it all together, and it feels nice to have a space in our own space that we can record in. Shout out to Bo and RQ. You know who you are, for our brand new sign. It was a wedding gift that we got from 2 of my brother's friends. Very nice. We love it. Absolutely love it. It's a custom LED. So we have that. We got some upgrades and a new space and all that good stuff. But you know what? Welcome back. And hopefully all of you guys are doing well too. We want to hear how you're doing. So leave a comment down below and let's hear, what did you miss about TSoH popping up in your feed the most? Or is that a stupid question?
Oh, that's a good question. Or what have you been up to this summer?
Yeah, what have you been up to this summer? We want to hear. We want to see what you guys are up to. We've been busy again.
I feel like summers fly by. It's so different when you're not in school anymore.
Yeah.
When you're an adult,
Yeah.
summer's just another.
Yeah, because you're working.
Yeah, it's like every day's the same. But
insane.
when you're in,
But-
it's like when we go to Target
Yeah,
and all the kids are out.
yeah. All the what? What do you call them?
Tweenie boppers.
Yeah, the tweenie boppers. We don't get it. There's a Target. It's like right across the street from us, and it's like every weekend. It's like Fridays and mainly Friday nights. There's just a bunch of teeny boppers who are running around the store, and we're like, how did you even get here? Because none of them look like they can drive.
I think their parents just dropped them off.
Yeah, it's like the new hangout spot. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. Or old. We just don't get the new. I guess we used to go into town and go to coffee shops and all that good stuff. Now it's
Did we?
Target. Oh no, not you and I. When I was that young, when I was middle school. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't think
I
we
didn't
ever
get dropped
did that.
off at Target or the mall. A lot of people went to the mall, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, we should
Yes.
talk about our wedding.
oh yeah, our wedding. Wedding video is up on our personal Instagrams if you want to go check that out. Maybe we'll share it on
I think we should.
this. Yeah,
I've only
on this
watched it
Instagram. I'll put it
900
up.
times.
It'll be on This Side of Heaven's Instagram as well. So if you guys want to go watch it, it was very well done. Great call to have a wedding videographer there. I was kind of on the fence. I didn't want to spend the extra money, but
Yeah, we went back and forth so much. Colin said, I don't want a photographer. I don't want a videographer. I don't want a wedding.
yeah. Well,
But
I'm
it's
happy it all went down the way it did.
Yeah,
It was
it's so,
perfect.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
nice to watch it back, but it's so sad to think it never happens again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you have to enjoy the moment. And
I know,
do
but
your
it goes
best to
by
take
so
it all in.
quick. A lot
Yeah.
of people say that, but you don't realize it until you get married.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was amazing. I'm looking at, in our new studio office space, I have my laptop over there and I'm looking at our first dance picture. It is my wallpaper on my laptop, and yeah, it was a really good day. Yeah,
Winston was in the wedding, our dog.
Yeah, Winston was in it. We had like 90 people there.
Yeah. It
was great.
I feel like it was
turned
an
out to be
intimate
wonderful.
wedding. It was the perfect amount because it was a destination wedding. I feel like nowadays destination weddings are so much more popular than weddings that are local.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, like kind of bear with us. We are going to jump back into it. We really didn't have a huge plan for this episode. We'll probably just keep it short. But we really didn't have a major plan for this episode. Just kind of checking in and just letting you guys know that we're alive and well. And we have plans to keep doing this. We just had a lot of stuff going on. And moving was, when was the last time you guys moved? It's just like no matter where you move from to, it is a process. Mm-hmm. And it was up and down stairs and elevators and loading. And
it's so funny because we actually moved that in the most untraditional way. We moved at midnight till 6 a.m. So it was so hot in the summer. Obviously, we moved in July. And
it's been a super hot summer.
Yeah, it's been in the 90s.
Abnormally hot.
So we decided to move when it got cool and it was darker out and no one was around. So we moved at midnight, and it took us almost till 7 a.m. to get everything moved, all the boxes in, all the furniture in. And then we had some final things to do throughout the day. But for the most part, we moved overnight. Don't say I would recommend it, but unless it's hot, it was the move.
And then shout out to your dad, now my father-in-law, which I know he's going to watch this, which is, I'm still getting used to saying father-in-law or just dad, but he helped us the next day. And it was, it was another 4 hours of moving, and easily could have been another 8 if it were just me. But
and then he cracked his head off.
Yeah, then he cracked his head off of the off the fridge, off the freezer door. Really funny story, because when she moved into the last unit that we were in, he also got injured. So
I feel like
was it carrying the couch?
Yeah, I feel like you can never move without getting injured or someone just getting so pissed off about something.
Oh, yeah.
It always happens. I feel like every family, like anyone I know that's ever moved, it's like everyone has their own agenda of what they want to get moved, where they want to get things done, and then it just turns into chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But actually, it was probably the most smooth move I think that I've had. I think it was just so nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
And it was nice because you were just able to throw some, as we were like loading in our old unit, like loading all of our stuff up, she was like, I'm gonna throw this away.
Oh yeah, I went through a purge. And it's so funny. We had
do it.
Speaking of our wedding, we got so many wedding gifts from all of our sweet guests.
Yeah.
And we had so many boxes. Yeah, we probably had 50% of the boxes we hadn't even opened. Yeah. So it was actually really fun to move, because then we got to see all the gifts. We got to open them together, and we've been putting them to use. So it's been really fun. But
yeah, we finally got to open and everything. It was really exciting.
Yeah, we were spoiled. We got a lot of really great things. It's crazy to see. Even putting a lot of things on the registry. I remember I was only putting a few, and my parents were like, you guys should ask for more. As you move into a house and start your life together, you should ask for things that you guys really want. Mm-hmm. So we're thinking about it, and it was just so hard to think of things. I feel like since we've already lived together prior, we had so many things that most people would ask for if they were moving in together for the first time. So like we already started such a good list of so many things we had.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of just updated stuff, and then we got like a few things that helped you cooking in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, all the new cooking utensils and bowls and cups and all that.
What's your favorite?
It's just been wonderful.
I think knives. I know. Oh, no, really?
Oh my gosh, the knives.
I thought it would be split between the knives or the rice maker.
Oh yeah.
The rice cooker.
Well, yeah, the rice maker is amazing too, but I've wanted a very good set of knives for so long, and after using your parents, like, when they got them like 3 or 4 years ago, I've wanted them ever since. So I think it's pronounced shun knives, but they're
so sharp, but they're so
Japanese.
Nice.
I already cut myself here. I almost took my finger off. It looks so bad. They're so sharp. Mm-hmm. It literally just slid through my finger like butter. It was like
butter.
I didn't even feel it go in. I only felt it because it hit my nail, went all the way through my. It was
yeah.
But anyway. Any advice you would give people if anyone out there is planning on getting married or is in the process of, being engaged for wedding registries and...
Yeah, I feel like it's split. I've seen people kind of like go all in and put hundreds of gifts.
Well, so also let me preface. So now that we've planned a wedding, you have planned a wedding. And then we had a wedding, and now we're post-wedding, 2 months out, actually. Like, with all that said, any advice you would give to anyone?
I think the best advice is just to stay organized and don't get overwhelmed. Like, try and spread it out when you're planning certain things, because there's so many things that you have to do. And little details come down at the end where those are just like things that you have to do like here and there just to make sure everything's done. But for the most part, once you do a lot of the big stuff, a lot of other things just fall into place. I mean, it's not worth getting stressed about. It is stressful, but I think you shouldn't throw too many cooks in the kitchen. That's probably the best advice, because when you put so many people in, there's so many advices, there's so many things going on. I think if you can limit the amount of people involved in the process, even though it's more stress for you, I think you'll be better off for it, because you'll get to enjoy it, but it won't cause any arguments or won't cause any issues with families, and it's so much easier that way.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I would say don't overdo it. And the one thing that, and everybody says it, that your wedding day goes by like so fast, and it did, but don't sweat the little things, because you won't even notice them. You, as the married couple, I don't even like, the plates and the utensils, where the flowers were. I mean, it was all pretty when you looked at it as a whole, but then when you're there, like, all the little stuff, you just don't even notice.
I mean, like, for us, I just feel like I just noticed the people that were there, like seeing the faces of the people that we care about. Here. To me, that was really that was the most important thing. I feel like everything else was just a bonus, but just to be able to spend a day with people that have even made the trip out to be there to celebrate us was just so special. And I think that is something that you don't get to do quite often. You don't have an event where everyone comes out, and it was amazing. Yeah.
So if you were there and you're watching this, thank you for coming to the wedding. It made the day amazing, and we loved it.
And it was our first time in Wilmington. Well, we had visited our venue a month prior, but Wilmington was beautiful. If you've never been, I would recommend just going down for a short weekend and hanging out. It's right by a beach. It's so wonderful. Yeah. We had such a good time. It was just so enjoyable to get away.
Great. Yeah, the food's great, and the weather hard to beat. It's just a really good town. We definitely went on, maybe like a vacation or anniversary or something.
Yeah, I would always go back just to remember when we were there. It'd be cool to go back once we start a family and go back with our kids. That would be so neat to do. But
so married life, is it better? Is it the same, or is it worse than engaged life?
I think it's the same.
Or dating. Yeah, because we've been asked this.
I said I think it's the same, and you said it's different.
Yeah. No. Well, it's the same in the sense that not much has changed. Like we lived together for 3 years, but the only change is like, a joint bank account and doing all the official things, and health insurance, all the official things. Like your name change and like your social security card and all that is just a little bit different. But I mean, in terms of the relationship, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's much of a difference.
I think my mindset has also shifted, though, because we're like children now and like building a family and all that good stuff. So my mindset has also shifted, because it's real, and it's, like we're married and like we can finally start a family and all that. How many kids do you want? 25?
No. We always used to agree. We used to say we wanted 4, and then I think we've said we wanted 2 now. I don't know. I just feel like you never know. Like, if you're blessed to have children, I think the first child sets a precedent of how many children you want to have after, whether you like leave a gap or you have kids right away. I feel like nowadays it's crazy, because a lot of people that I know that are either expecting or mothers right now, I feel like they've kind of had kids like back to back, but I also feel like that's been a result of people waiting later in life to have kids. Our parents, when they grew up, they had kids when they were like younger 20s, and now there's so many things to experience in life and so many different opportunities where people are more focused on what they can accomplish before they enter into a marriage and start a family. So I feel like it's also different. So now people try and like have them back to back to back, because as a female, as you get older, getting out of your prime years of having a child is real. So I think that a lot of the times that's why people now have them like so close to each other. But I mean, I wouldn't say we're too old. I mean, I think it just depends.
Yeah, no.
I feel like you never really know.
we're
You can
definitely
never
not too
really
old.
say. I mean, I feel like every time you create a plan for something, it always changes. So you just never know.
Yeah. And also Winston's back. So
And Winston wants a brother or a sister. He wants another dog.
probably a brother. Yeah, that's also down the pike. But yeah, no, that's everything that has been going on. We just wanted to update you guys and just let you know what has been going on, what we are currently doing, and then our future plans. Our future plans are going to be, just doing this again once a week.
I think that this will be our number one priority now that
Yeah.
all of the other things that we were focused on are now behind us. We can actually sit down and create ideas of what we want to share with you guys, where we see this podcast going, and we can finally like actually focus on what we want to do. I feel like before we're trying, but we couldn't be as present as we wanted. So now I feel like now that it's in our own space, we just have to take 10 steps to get into this room. I feel like it is such a game changer. So it will be so much different and will be more consistent. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, and we have plans on having guests on, and people might even come here. Who knows? I could interview them. You could interview them. We could have guests on, all that good stuff. So, I mean, I already have a few guests in mind. You might know who you are, but yeah. So we're really gonna. Let me rewind. Let's just dial back. Yeah, we're gonna get some quality guests on, and we're going to, just really take this extremely seriously and try and give you guys some really good content, and for the existing audience that we have, and then for a future audience. So we have big goals for this, and we only want to go up from here. So it's our main priority.
This is actually going back to what we were talking about previously when we talked about the 3 things that have been big in our life: marriage, honeymoon, and moving.
Yeah.
My other advice, I don't know why I just thought of this, but I think it's important to mention. If you are going on a honeymoon, I would definitely recommend coming home, taking at least a week or 2 to get acclimated, to like actually settle back down, like enjoy the time that you have being married for a couple weeks, and then going off into your honeymoon, because it's something to look forward to. You still can enjoy it, but you don't feel rushed to go to the next thing. So that was something that we did, but I would definitely recommend it.
I would 100% agree with that. It was so nice to come home and just relax for 2 weeks or like a week and a half, and then go on the honeymoon and just enjoy each other. And it was just a good breather. It was a much needed breather. Because we both said the night, the night of the wedding, after our wedding.
Oh my gosh.
You want to tell them about the funny story?
Okay, yeah. Well, should we just tell a story and then?
Yeah. So the night of our wedding, so we got married, end of the night, we had to get out of the venue by 11. We took a trolley from the venue to the hotel where we were staying, and we were laying in bed, and we were like, what was it, like midnight? And we were like, we're so hungry. So naturally, after the wedding diet for, like 6 months, she was like, I'm really feeling for McDonald's. And I was like, you want to go get it right now? And she's like, really? And I said, yeah. So we just hopped in the car. We drove to McDonald's, went through the drive-thru, and when we pulled up, like we were still I was still wearing half of my tux.
Were you? I don't even know.
I think so.
I think you changed into
the
like
white
shorts
shirt.
and a shirt or something.
Yeah.
We both changed.
Yeah.
But
so we pull up, and then I'll let you take it from here.
So I was so set on going to McDonald's. I have been craving a hamburger and a large Coke for 6+ months. So we pull up to the first McDonald's, and the line was wrapped around the building, and it was to the road. And I'm like, oh gosh, sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're not. But at night, I feel like a lot of people have the same idea. It's like going to the weekend. Like, you have a late night craving, so you rush to McDonald's. So we get there, we're sitting in the line, we wait it was like 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. We look at each other and we're like, this line has not moved. And the person that was ordering was still at the same.
Mind you, we're like riding a high because we had just gotten married like a few hours earlier. So we're happy, and like I'm happy to wait. But if there's one thing that we're not happy to wait for especially after a wedding diet, is late night McDonald's. So anyway, so
we're waiting, and then finally we say the cars haven't moved. Like, let's see if we can find another McDonald's that is close by. So we found another McDonald's. We drive to that other McDonald's. So we get there, no line. We get through so quick. It was meant to be because the guy couldn't have been more sweet. We roll up to the window. He's like, "How's your night?" And we're like, "We just got married."
He was like,
He's like,
"Really?
You came to McDonald's after you got married?" But he had such a Southern accent, and it was just so funny. And we were like, "Yeah, we've been craving McDonald's. We wanted to come here." And it was so funny. I think he maybe had like one or two teeth. He gave us almost like a half smile, but he like flashed his like one tooth, and he kind of like, it was almost like he winked. I think he did, but I just keep envisioning that, or like I want that to be part of the story because
yeah.
But he literally looks at us and he takes the apple pie and he puts it in our bag.
Well, he's like, "Really?" And then we were like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Wait, hold on one second." So he just like runs. He like runs around the corner, and then I hear like like that, and he runs back and he has this huge handful of apple pies, and he just throws them in a big bag and he goes, "Here." And it was just,
he was like, "It's
so
on
sweet.
me," or
yeah,
I forget what he said, but it was so
me.
cute. Like,
He's like, "Happy
it's just
marriage."
the little things. I mean, honestly, like I feel like, well,
super sweet people down there.
Yeah, we've had our fair like share of random fast food like stories.
Yeah.
Knowing that lady,
that ranks up there.
Where was it again? Oh, Burger King, when the guy was like, "Can your dog have a treat?" And we said, "Yeah." And he turns around and he brings out a chicken nugget for Winston.
Yeah, that's right. And then this is a while ago, but wait until Wendy goes away.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
At Wendy's, when you're paying in the card, you have to wait, like how on the screens, like you have to wait until you can put your card in. And the lady was like, "Wait until Wendy goes away."
She was creative though.
She was, yeah. So that's been a joke. But
I don't know how we got from fast food to, from our wedding, but it's just funny.
Only we would have a handful of stories from like.
That's how you know you've gone to fast food restaurants too much.
Yeah, too much. And if you guys have any, we'd love to hear them too. But yeah, I'm sure many of you have had really crazy stories like that. But I mean, like not crazy, but really funny stories.
But other than that, I think that pretty much wraps up. We said we wanted this one to be shorter just to focus on where we've been, where our goals are going forward. I think that we are really going to sit down and come up with things that we actually want to talk about. I feel like even previously, as I mentioned, we talked about things that kind of just sparked an interest or meant something to us previously, but now we actually want to sit down and put some thought into it and then have a plan moving forward. So a lot of good things to look forward to.
Hold on, I got to bite my...
Oh my God. Yeah. And a lot to...
All right, I'm done.
You're stirring, Winston's stirring. Winston, get out of here.
He's probably in focus
I know.
on the camera.
But yeah, so that wraps it up for this week. I think we will probably stick with our Thursday postings, do you think, or will we change that?
Was it Thursday? No, it's Wednesdays.
Oh, Wednesday, I mean.
Yeah, Wednesdays.
Wow, it's been a while.
She knows so much about the brand. Way to go, baby.
I just show up.
Way to go, wifey. But yeah,
Sorry, Wednesday. Correction.
Yeah, we'll probably stick with the Wednesdays, and we're still. I mean, on that end, I think we're trying to figure out what works best for our schedules. Obviously, it's easier now that we have a studio within where we live, so it's great. But yeah, so if anything changes, we will let you know, or maybe we'll just send Winston and he can tell everyone. He can just go run around town and he can spread the word.
Anyway, until next time.
But until next time, yes, we will see you all then. As always, thank you for watching. Please share with your friends and like, comment, and subscribe, please. And yeah, so until next week. Bye.
Bye.